Question: what are some laws created on the state and federal level to limit human activity? Have they been effective? These laws are on the federal level. National Environmental Policy Act of 1969. To declare a national policy which will encourage productive and enjoyable harmony between man and his environment. Clean Air Act. The Clean Air Act is the law that defines EPA's responsibilities for protecting and improving the nation's air quality and the stratospheric ozone layer. Clean Water Act. The Clean Water Act establishes the basic structure for regulating discharges of pollutants into the water of the United States for regulating quality and standards for surface water. Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act. This law created a tax on the chemical and petroleum industries that provide broad federal authority to respond directly to releases or threatened releases of hazardous substances that may endanger public health or the environment. Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act. The objective of the Emergency Planning and Right to Know Act is to 1. Allow states and local planning for chemical emergencies, 2. Provide the notification of emergency releases of chemicals, and 3. Addresses communities' right to know about toxic and hazardous chemicals. Toxic Substances Control Act. The Toxic Substance Control Act of 1976 provides EPA with authority to require reporting, record keeping, and testing requirements and restrictions relating to chemical substances and or mixtures. Oil Pollution Prevention Act. Section 311 of the Clean Water Act and the Oil Pollution Act of 1990 provides EPA with the authority to establish a regulatory program for preventing, preparing for, and responding to oil spills that occur in navigable waters of the United States. Pollution Prevention Act. The Pollution Prevention Act focused industry, government, and public attention to reducing the amount of pollution through cost-effective changes in production, operation, and raw material use. Resource Conservation and Recovery Act. The Resource Conservation and Recovery Act gives the EPA the authority to control hazardous waste from the cradle to grave. State-level laws. However, states have also passed environmental laws. They have the same concerns about protecting the environment, and many states have enacted environmental laws that are different from the provisions of federal laws. Have they been effective? Yes, they have been effective because pollution has gone down. Statistics. 1. Americans buy over 29 million bottles of water every year. 2. Making all of those bottles uses 17 million barrels of crude oil annually. 3. A study of 60 beaches in Southern California revealed that the water pollution is highest when the tide ebbs during the new and full moon. 4. People who live in places with high levels of air pollution have a 20% higher risk of death from lung cancer than people who live in less polluted areas. While smokers make up 85 to 90% of lung cancer cases, up to 15,000 non-smokers died in the U.S. from lung cancer. 5. The Mississippi River carries an estimated 1.5 million metric tons of nitrogen pollution into the Gulf of Mexico each year, creating a dead zone in the Gulf each summer about the size of New Jersey. Thanks for watching, Mr. Allen.